St. Michael's Medical Center was a temple of egos. Maya Okonkwo had chosen invisible. She was 41, an RN in the trauma department, recent hire. She had been at St. Michael's for 4 months, becoming furniture. Just another nurse who fetched supplies and stayed out of the surgeon's way. What no one knew was that Maya Okonkwo was also Dr. Maya Okonkwo, former underground trauma surgeon with deep ties to the HellsAngels motorcycle club. For 6 years, she had worked as the sole surgeon attached to one of their most feared U.S. charters. They had called her Shepherd because in 63 emergency surgeries, bar fights, gun wounds, highway ambushes, she had never lost a single man under her direct care. She had needed to stop to breathe, to exist in a world where decisions didn't mean life or death every single day. So she had become a nurse, had accepted the mockery as the price of peace. Maya, coffee. Now. Dr. Kevin Walsh snapped his fingers without looking at her. He was chief of trauma surgery, with the confidence of a man who had never been questioned. I don't care what you're in the middle of. Maya walked toward the break room. She had survived worse. At 11:47 a.m., the trauma alert changed everything. Code Trauma Bay 1. Multiple incoming. Maya reached Bay 1 as the doors burst open. The second patient was covered in road leather and blood, club patches sliced open, chest wound bleeding through makeshift field dressings. Maya's heart stopped. James Harrington, national enforcer for the Hells Angels. The man whose life she had saved during a desert shootout 7 years ago. Walsh took charge. Get the nurses out of the way. This is surgeon work. Harrington's monitor began to alarm. He's coding, someone shouted. Maya stepped forward. The bullet nicked his pulmonary artery. You need to clamp the hilum before you open the chest or he'll bleed out. Walsh turned, fury contorting his face. Excuse me. Did a nurse just tell me how to? On the gurney, Harrington's eyes opened. They found Maya. His hand rose weakly, 2 fingers touching his brow in a biker salute. Doc Okonkwo, he rasped. Shepherd. Knew you'd be here. The trauma bay went silent. Walsh's mouth hung open. What did he call you? Maya was already moving, taking position at Harrington's side. James, stay with me. You never lost one. Don't start with me. I don't intend to. She turned to the trauma team. I need a thoracotomy tray, rib spreader, vascular clamps now. You can't. You're a nurse. I'm Dr. Maya Okonkwo. I spent 6 years stitching Hell's Angels back together when no hospital would touch them. 63 emergency surgeries. 0 deaths. This man pulled me out of a burning wreck in Nevada. I saved his life twice. And I am not losing him in a hospital because you can't decide who's allowed to save him. She locked eyes with Walsh. You can help me or you can get out of my way. Choose now. The surgery lasted 11 minutes. Maya found the arterial tear and clamped it. When Harrington's heart stopped, she massaged it back to life. Come on, James. You don't get to die in a civilian hospital. The heart caught. The monitors stabilized. Hours later, Walsh found her standing outside Harrington's ICU room. I wanted to apologize. I didn't know. You weren't supposed to know. But why work as a nurse and let people like me treat you like furniture? Because I needed to remember what it felt like to be small. I spent years making decisions that decided whether men lived or died. I never lost one, but every save took something from me. 1 month later, a black envelope slid across a diner table. Inside was a Hells Angels challenge coin and a handwritten note. Shepherd. You never lost one. Now teach others to do the same. The club needs healers. Frost. 3 months later, Maya Okonkwo stood before a group of underground medics. This was given to me by a man whose life I saved twice, once on a highway where no one cared if he lived, and once in a hospital where no one saw me at all. She smiled softly. You can leave the life. You can hang up the cuts. But you can never stop being a healer. You can never stop being shepherd. Now let's begin.